Hey everyone, today we are finally playing Esper Mill. Yes, I am hopping on the Mill bandwagon. The goal of the deck is to reduce our opponent's library to 0 and then they lose because they cannot draw extra cards. Now, in terms of the actual Mill cards, there's 3 in the format that we care about: Founding the Third Path, Teresian Mindbreaker, and most importantly, Jace the Perfected Mind. Since we are playing Founding the Third Path, we want some cheap 1 and 2 cost instants to remove our opponent's threats. So for this, we've got Cut Down, Go for the Throat, and Shieldred's Edict. Since we are Esper, we also play some Path of Peril to get rid of our opponent's creatures and stop their early shenanigans. Since I'm playing Teresian Mindbreaker, I've got a bit of an artifact sub-theme going. There's Reckoner Bankbuster to draw some cards. There's Mightstone and Weakstone to draw some cards and act as spot removal. We've also got Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh, to draw cards and pitch the Teresian Mindbreaker so that we can unearth it and mill our opponents quicker. Since we are playing Mightstone and Weakstone, I've also snuck in 3 copies of Urza Lord Protector so that we can flip it into Urza Planeswalker and maybe, just maybe, have an alternate win condition that way. That's the deck. I have no idea how this is going to do. I'm looking forward to maybe making our opponents miserable and not letting them play Magic. Time will tell. Let's get into the games. Alright, first game of the day. We go first. We will keep this hand. We'll play the Shattered Sanctum on 1 and the Seachrome Coast on 2. The only untapped turn 1 play we have is the Seachrome Coast, but we can't play Cut Down, so we don't really care. I will end the turn. Looks like our opponent is on mono red. Could be Gruul, could be anything really. Bloodthirsty Adversary, yeah, no problem. I will go for the Throat this, because the reason being is that I would like to, on my next turn, play Shipwreck Marsh and play the Reckoner Bankbuster and leave up Cut Down. Because it's mono red. Okay, interesting. Is it 4 or more mountains? So I've got 1 more turn. But I'm just going to cut this down now. We'll do this. We will play Jace the Perfected Mind. Let's see. 50 cards left. I will just tick it up. No, I won't. My opponent will scoop instead. So I think there, I genuinely think I tick him up. And even if my opponent then proceeds to play haste creatures, I think we're okay. Because we've got another Jace and things like that. On to the next one. Okay, opponent going first. We have Founding the Third Path, Shieldred's Edict, Path of Peril. We will keep this. We have no turn 1 play, so we will just play the Raffine's Tower tapped. God, I can't believe my first win today was against mono red. That's wild to me. That's absolutely wild. Alright, Cathar Commando seems good. Seachrome Coast, that's an instant, and pass. Don't need to do Founding the... I should have played Founding the Third Path actually. But I don't... it's a 3-1. How much do I care about a 3-1? Let's Tezzeret. We'll play the Shipwreck Marsh, and... yeah, I think now I can play Founding the Third Path. Because next turn I'll play Shieldred's Edict, choosing the correct mode. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. I have made that mistake off camera before. Yeah, that's fine. Puts me under a lot less pressure. There's another Teresian Mindbreaker, so I will play Tezzeret. I will draw 2 cards and discard Teresian Mindbreaker. Oh no! Okay. Another Cathar Commando. Which can destroy target or artifact or enchantment. That's annoying. Yeah, let's draw some cards. And discard the... We'll discard the Teresian Mindbreaker again. And then our Path of Peril. Cool, I'll play the Darkslick Shores tapped because I want the option to cycle my Rafine. How many decks do you know play 2 Cathar Commandos? So I'm telling you now, I don't know that many. Again, I'll draw 2 cards. I will discard the... I'll discard 1 Mike Stone and Weak Stone. And then if I unearth Teresian Mindbreaker 48 cards, it will hit for 24. Let's do this now. Go to combat. I don't really care about Wandering Emperor. Let's have a look at the graveyard. Iganjo, Sarah Paragon, Wedding Announcement, Ossification, lots of sorcery speed stuff. Go to that. End the turn. Pass the turn. Ossification, let's read that. Is it just creature? Creature or planeswalker? Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm going to protect Tezzeret here. Eternal Wanderer. Exile into 1... Okay. What am I on? 17? Caves of Koilos. I will just unearth another Teresian Mindbreaker. How can they win? I don't think they can. So I'm going to attack them. There's all their ossifications. Excellent. I would also like to draw 2 cards. I'll discard this Teresian Mindbreaker. I don't think they can. Because I just play Jace the Perfected Mind. Cool. I'm just trying to think in my head how they win this. And the answer is they don't.
I've already made won't stop us. Don't understand what with nothing.
Cool. There we go. God bless Teresian Mindbreaker. God bless Tezzeret, honestly. Oh yeah, I have fun. Okay, opponent going first. We will keep this hand simply because we are on the draw. Very interesting to see what happens here. How likely is it that we'll get My Stone and Weak Stone off? Opponent has already taken a mulligan. It's a good start. All right. They could be Rakdos. Hello, mute. But we'll worry about that as we get further into it. Because we don't have... Or we do now, but that's not going to... Because we don't have an instance of sorcery that we can play, I'm just going to play Reckoner Bankbuster. Hoping they play Fable. Sometimes, guys, you just have to will these sorts of things into existence. We will go straight to number 1. We'll cast the Cut Down. And pass the turn. And the good news is that because of the way the Fable has set itself up, we get to cut down lots of things. They can mill 4. Unfortunately, we have not drawn a land, so I would like to draw a land. Otawara will do. I could play Founding the Third Path again, but next turn I can play Tezzeret. Just have cut down. You have to exile it, right? You know what? I am just going to play this. getting what we can. I'm not going to get complete value out of founding the third path, but like, let's do what we can now. Next turn I can play Tezzeret. Cruelty of Gix. That is super unfortunate. Oh, how do I win from here? I think the genuine answer is I don't. They can still mill. We will get rid of Reflection of Kikijiki. Not really what I was after. I need another land. Basically has to be go for the throat off the top. In fact, I don't think go for the throat saves me. Yeah, they choose correctly. Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, but I can't not play founding the third path, right? Like, you're occasionally going to come up against an Attractor player. Hers a Lord Protector. Sure. But I will anyway. Because it doesn't let you cast it for free. Yeah, I'll just concede. I'll just concede. I should have conceded as soon as the Attractor appeared. That's unfortunate. That's a cautionary tale if I've ever seen one. Alright, going first. Jace is pretty good. Cut downs are pretty nice. Yeah, we'll keep. We'll play the Dark Slick Shores on 1, so we have access to cut down straight away. Monstrous Whisper, cool. Just gonna cut this down now. No turn 2 play, so I'm just gonna play the Phoenix Tower tapped. Phoenix check, cool. I'll cut that down too. Alright, off to a good start. Shipwreck Marsh. I could play Jace for 3. Yeah, let's do that.
For the sake of Phyrexia, I will.
So the thinking is that if I can get Jace down now and start using his +1 ability, I will force my opponent to go after Jace, which is exactly what I want. I'll play as a Lord Protector as well. Thundering Raiju would be annoying. Bloodthirsty Adversary, yeah, no problem. Question is, are they going to attack? Because if they're going to attack, I'm going to kill the Bloodthirsty Adversary with Urza. Oh, he might not. He should. He doesn't. Interesting. Not what I wanted to see. Well, end of turn, I think I could get more out of Path of Peril right now. Really not what I wanted to see. Because Path of Peril is mana value 2 or less. Oh, Reckless Stormseeker, I chatted a lot of crap about you. Down to 7. Okay. There's Rafine's Tower. Do just have to play this. No attacks. I think I'm just dead, you know? Yeah, down to 1. Let's go for the throat. Yeah, not today. Not today. Yeah, the thing about that last game, as I get this, the thing about that last game was that I didn't draw awful lot after the Jace. I drew 2 Teresian Mindbreakers and nothing else. And that was I got Path of Peril, which is nice, but Reckless Stormseeker sort of took me beyond that. It just, that's the problem with this deck, is that often you will just end up you will often just end up in situations where there's absolutely nothing you can do. You're kind of reliant on some really nice draws, which doesn't always pan out the way you want to. This is another deck where we don't exactly get what we want. I could play Jace and minus its draw card, but I think it's better to just pass the turn. Be interested to see what happens. They're thinking. What are they thinking about? Now that they're thinking, it's got me thinking, maybe I do just play Jace and mill myself and draw a card. I don't really want them to, although they have got rid of a Tolarian Terror. Yeah, I think the fact they got rid of a Tolarian Terror tells me that they might have a few creatures in their hand and not a lot of protection if you're getting rid of that. They are impulsing, no problem. Impulse means that they probably think this is the control matchup, and because they're impulsing now, I can play Jace. R-2, target myself. Okay, good. We did get the land we were after, and we weren't going to draw a land next turn either. Okay. No way of drawing an extra card for next turn, so we're just going to pump him up. We'll submit nothing. Says up to 1. And end the turn. They are thirsty for discovery. Don't blame them. This cut down's not really doing much for us. There's Tolarian Terror. Double check the ward. Comes to target a spell or ability an opponent controls. Sure. They will have quite a few ways of protecting it. So if yeah, I'm okay for now. There's a Caves of Koilos. Is it when it enters the battlefield? Yeah, and I can pay that way. Let's play My Stone and Weak Stone, see what they want to do. Make disappear, no problem. Do I want to just mill 3 cards and draw a card? That's the question. I think the answer is yes.
No secret escapes my grasp.
Okay, unfortunate. We were getting nothing but lands. There's a Seachrome Coast. Do I just play Go for the Throat here? I don't feel like I do. Next turn I'm taking 10. Yeah. Actually, no. Let's play Shieldred Edict. It gets around the... Oh, sacrifice a non-token creature. It gets around the ward. I'd rather they try and counter this. The next turn I can play Go for the Throat. That's the thinking anyway. Cut down is not doing much for me. Cut down's really not doing much for me. Interesting. They really thought about that. So I think I'm just going to play the Reckoner Bankbuster. Sure, down to 8. I was really hoping... I was really hoping we draw a land. Let's play a second Bankbuster and pass. My only hope is that... Because they can do something, right? End turn. Flow of Knowledge. I'm just going to try and go for the Throat this now. Until the start of their controller's next turn. I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Unfortunate. Mono blue tempo is not a good matchup for me. Alright, opponent going first. We're going to keep this. got some nice openers. We can play it as the Wall Protector on 3. And if we draw land, Might Stone and Weak Stone on 4. What did it name? Soldier. Okay. Yep, Dark to the Shores, pass. We've got Path of Peril. There's Thalia. Okay. We'll play the Underground River and pass. I think I genuinely just play Cave. Yeah, I'll play Cave as a Lord Protector and pass. If they have Brutal Cathar, we just cry. Recruitment Officer, okay. Siege Veteran. Oh, jeez. Is it whenever at the beginning of combat that they just make it super big then? Gotta think about this. Yeah, I think I still end up doing Path of Peril. They get 4 1/1s. It doesn't feel good. Shockingly, it doesn't feel good. Myrel. Amazing. I'll take 7. Go to 3. I mean, Might Stone and Weak Stone. Oh, ridiculous. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do there. That's it for today. Normally there would be a deck tech here, but the deck went 2 and 6. The deck's terrible. Don't play it. If you ever get the temptation to play Esper Mill or Dimir Mill, don't do it. Save yourself, honestly. I tried various builds. I tried taking out Urza. I tried putting in more mill cards. I tried taking out mill cards and doing some control stuff, and it just wasn't making any difference whatsoever. That's the reality I found myself in. But thank you very much for watching. If you do want to climb up the ranks in Standard, you can either play Mono Red Burn or check out this Azorious Soldiers deck. Why not that? But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye bye!